Welcome to HNA. Uh, we are happy that each one of you are coming from a different background, different thought process, different aims and objectives in the life. So one of the things which we are looking at HNA is to have a diversity. That we don't want to take everybody as a same mindset or a same thought process. We want everybody being there from a different thought process. So that is what we have already always been encouraged. And when we are looking at a new leadership team or anybody else, we are looking at a diversity. So that is one of the things which we are looking at. So many of you are already have joined for a period for at least about a week. That is what I understand. And by now you would have already got to know a lot of fundamentals about what the firm is and how the operations happens, what is your roles, responsibilities, and things like that. So the call today is nothing to do with your per se the induction process. Your induction process has been independently done, and your reporting partner will have a word with you in terms of fixing the challenges or the doubts which you have during the induction process. The idea of today's call is to make you aware of what the leadership thinks, what is this firm, how this firm was been establishments, what is the philosophy of the firm, and what we expect out of you when while you are being associated with the firm. So this is what we'll be looking at. So as you already got an introduction that Mr. Madhukar is the founder partner of this firm, and he is there with us. We are lucky to have him on this particular call, taking out his time and being here to spend time to give what the firm is all about. So I will be doing the first part of the deliberation. Mr. Madhukar will be stopping me and adding as and when he requires, and also at the last he will add up whatever the points he wants to tell. So the first thing which we want to take you through is our purpose, vision, mission, and value statement. So I'm sure that this purpose, vision, value, mission statement was also given to you part of our induction process, and you would have gone through this. But we are again bringing this back for the discussion is that we want each one of you to understand what exactly the actual meaning of this English which is written here and what it actually means to us. And we would expect the same to be adopted every person in HNA who is working on it. So that is the aim of it. So coming to the purpose, why HNA was been there? What is the purpose of existence of HNA? If you look at it is for providing a value added, not providing, it is serving with the value added services for the businesses, people, and profession, and providing it very professionally. So this is what we are here for. We are here with a motto of service. We are not existing. Our purpose of existence is not with motto of business. So somebody on this particular call, can you quickly tell me if you know what is the difference between a business and a service? No one? No one knows the difference?
Service is it's kind of support where a team of people will be working, and it is totally based on the satisfaction of the client or the customer. Whereas in business, it deals with a lot of economy, a lot of the here and through process. So there is the difference between business and service.
Thank you, Akshay. Yeah, one more person will
Yes.
do. Yeah.
So what Akshay said was absolutely. I'm sorry. Can I continue?
Yeah, yeah. Good, good.
So what Akshay said was absolutely right, sir. As per my knowledge, but I think service is something which we don't expect from others, like with a like non-profitable thing, which can be considered in other way. And business is something we provide the services, and as per the policies and as per the protocol. Service is something which we do with non-profit and for the complete satisfaction of the client or the customer.
Thank you, Bharat. Thank you, Bharat. One more person, and then we will close this question. Yeah.
Prem.
In case of business, our main motto is to earn profit, but it is completely opposite in case of service. In case of service, our primary aim is not to make money, but it is to serve people.
Wonderfully said. Just I was wondering of what a service with vis-a-vis a business is all about. I always tell this in all the joiners call, and this is something which actually gave me a different direction of what the profession is all about and why I should continue with HNA. So this statement of Madhukar sir, which he made when I was pursuing my final year of articles with the then Hiragangi and Associates, uh, uh, is a simple statement which Madhukar sir made that Sudhir, even prostitutes will earn money. So should you do a chartered accountancy? Should you become a chartered accountant to earn money? It is something beyond, right? So it is not money. Money can be earned anywhere, anything you can do, moral, immoral, ethical, unethical, irrespective of caring what is going to happen to your client, you can make the money. But when it comes to the service, it is first solving problems for the client. And it doesn't mean that HNA is a philanthropical organization. We don't make profits. No, that is not what we are about. We do make profit. We do have a growth plan. Each and every partner, our aim at the top leadership is that every person in our organization has to take more than what he took last year, subject to he is performing and he is taking. So that is what we've been looking at. Each one of us are also drawing money. We are not telling that we are a service organization because we are having a low margins or things like that. But what is the difference? The difference is that we will take up the right work. We will take up the work and handle the service, handle the client till the end. And we look at, we if required, need may arise. I have actually factored 5 days for this assignment, and I have quoted 5 lakh rupees considering it's a 5-day assignment, or 50,000 considering it's a 5-day assignment. And if I requires for doing a proper service to the client, I may not mind to extend it to 6th or 7th or 8th day. Going beyond, I will not look at a costing per se when it comes to service not being delivered to the client. I'll pick up a client even though that client is not a very high paying client or I don't have a large margins. I may not pick up a client where I have to fund. I have to bleed in every assignment. I may not still do that because we have a large organization, 400 plus people to take care of. We cannot afford losses. But at the same time, if the service is there, our focus, if the service is not been delivered, then we don't mind looking at going loss for that particular assignment. So that is the object and the purpose which has been there. The difference between being service to the client is giving the solution which is required for them. That solution may give me only say 100 rupees for me take home, or I can also give him a service where my take home will be 1000 rupees. But I don't look at my benefit. The moment I start looking at my benefit, that becomes a business. The moment I look at a client benefit, that becomes a service. Say, for example, a client has come with a particular problem, right? He actually doesn't require a legal opinion at all. A written legal opinion is not at all required. All that he wants is that maybe a vetting of an agreement. Say, for example, a vetting of an agreement, my maximum quotable fees is 15,000. And if it was an opinion assignment, I could have quoted him 75,000 rupees. I would still offer him, sir, I think for you, he may ask and come and ask, I want a legal opinion. But I may still come and tell him that, sir, legal opinion is not something which will be of use to you. What is required is that vetting of this agreement and presenting before the client, asking him to accept this agreement. This is going to solve your problem, not the legal opinion is going to solve the problem. My fees for that is only 15,000. So this is the difference between being service and being in business. If I was being under business, when the client is asking a 75,000 product and I can sell the 75,000 product, even whether it is of use to him or not, I would have sold the 75,000 product. So that is our basic purpose. And serving is not only serving the clients, it is serving the business as a whole and all the people which has been there. So it is beyond our service deliverables which we are looking at. Our purpose is beyond that. We take up a lot of initiatives doing seminars, webinars, things like that. So where we are imparting the knowledge which is well researched knowledge, maybe there is lot of money which is going on in terms of our professional time and doing a research about it, preparing a research paper. We are publishing it, we are giving a seminar webinar of it to various people. They may be our client, fellow professional, anybody who wants to be there, so that they get a valuation about it. So this is something beyond, is what the purpose we are looking at. And we want to do everything professionally, not that, right? As and when you want to do, you do, otherwise you don't want to. So that is what the purpose of HNA is all about, right? So coming to the vision, our vision is to be a preferred professional organization. That preferred professional organization is being trusted to deliver the excellence. So we should be preferred for what? A trusted to deliver the excellence. So two things are very important. One is the trust and another is the excellence, right? So trust is something which is very, very important. It has to be gained with lot of efforts, right? There will be a initial confidence which with a person initially, but to convert that into a trust, it has to be built. And every time if the trust has to be built, say for example, if I have to build my trust with this team which has been there, who has to work for it? I have to work for it. If I have to establish trust with you, it is I have to work for it. It is not much something which you need to work on it. It is not that, okay, sir, I am doing so much to gain your trust. You should also do something. I should also do something. Then only it will work. No. When it comes to building of trust, it is 100% is onus on me. I have to understand your traits. I have to understand what you want. And based on that, I have to gain your trust. And that is fragile. It is trust is not gaining once, right? Say for example, we had unfortunate incidents in one of our location. I don't want to take the name and also the location where we trusted that particular person. We went ahead, we discussed, we had concluded that this person is going to become the next partner in line. We wanted to make him a partner designate. However, communication was pending. But he did a small misappropriation in claiming reimbursement. Whatever the OP reimbursement, there was a misappropriation which we noticed. The amounts are not that it is huge. It's in some thousands, not even in lakhs. It's in thousands. But the trust was broken. How much efforts he would have put to gain the trust, to become a partner? I'm making him a partner. I'm making him a face of HNA in that particular division or location, as the case may be. But that was broken with one single instances of doing something misappropriation. And as I go, I will also talk about our value system. Integrity is the 100% value which we give, and there are something which is non-tolerable at all. And thereby forget about making him a partner, forget about giving him a chance. He was straight away been removed from the organization because he's done something which is a non-compromise for our organization. So that is how a trust needs to be built with the client, that we cannot mess up in any assignment. The trust is fragile. It has to be built with lot of efforts which has been there, and that trust is to deliver excellence. That is that every deliverables of mine should be a deliverable which cannot be comparable in the market. If I'm giving a deliverable which can be delivered by another 100, 20, 25, 30 of the people, then that deliverables is not at all an excellence delivery. It may be a good or a very good deliverable. Once it is an excellence, it is something which you cannot find anywhere, or very rarely you find. So that is our vision, to be that particular organization where people cannot come near to us. That's our vision with the purpose of serving. Right? Few things on service plus trust. Madhukar sir, you would want to throw some light on this slide?
Yeah, why not? Thanks, Sudhir. You've taken all the major points. I'll give a small story to all of you about myself. I started practice in 1987, got institute registration in 1988. From there till 2000, I had written one book. I had a small office with around 15 people. And I had various types of practices which I thought were good practices. And I was okay with myself. But people around me were not okay. My office staff was not okay with me. My family was not okay with me. My friends were not okay with me. So there was something going wrong in my life. At that time, I did a lot of introspection, joined a lot of motivational courses to see what's wrong with me. I'm already 40 years old and I don't know what is happening. So some of the learnings I got at that time, which I implemented in about 3-4 years, led to phenomenal growth after that. I even was able to look at many things. But the major thing was that I stopped looking at myself. I stopped looking at what I will get. I started looking at what I should do for others while being in profession, while doing whatever I'm doing. I got direction. Many of us, all of you here, except Sudhir, are in the place where you can put clear direction for yourself and save 10-15 years of time in your life by putting clear directions. Today we ask people what they want to do. Many of them were not prepared. They said we want to finish CA. CA is not something which is a goal in itself. CA is only a stepping stone to do something. After CA, you may do forensics, you may do data analytics, you may do MBA, you may do law, you may do so many things to then make your career. So if you're clear about your direction, then it helps. That slide also can be put, whichever slide Sudhir you had. So the point which is very important is that I realized at that time that everything in life can be solved by serving people and trusting people. That means if I want something from you, I need not even ask you. I can come and serve you. For example, in this session, what are we doing? Sudhir and me are serving you by sharing our experiences, sharing our experience, what mistakes we did, everything we are sharing with you so that you can grow. There is also one law of nature. Laws of nature don't change. Whatever you sow, you shall reap. What you give to the people, you'll get back. If you are giving joy to people, you'll get joy. If you give hatred to people, you'll get hatred. If you give distrust to people, you'll get distrust. Therefore, we say, trust and you shall be trusted. There are various writings which I have put here. One more point is that the other person need not trust you for you to trust them. First, I should trust you, and then you can trust. You will trust us. In our office, we have had office boys who are now equal to partner. We had a receptionist who was from a slum, who became our partner a few years back, and then she chose to leave. We trusted her fully, and she also trusted us till she was with us. Yeah, Sudhir, you can go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Now let's move to our yeah, sir. Excellence also, you think you have covered, or you are speaking on mute, sir?
Yeah, I'll do that. So excellence is what? Excellence is doing whatever I am doing or you are doing the best you can. It may not be the best which others can. In that effort to do things the best I can, I will keep on improving and I will get mastery. As far as our work is concerned, many people do not follow these methods because they feel procedures are cumbersome, not so interesting. But if I have to get excellence, I have to follow the standard operating procedures, especially in larger organizations and where you work in a team. You should know what your the other person will do. We have also in our office, we have got checklists for everything. We got checklist for audit. We have got checklist for the reply to show cause notice. We have checklist for opinion. Everything we got checklist. Hearing we have checklist. We also got some software which helps us, but this software will help us only if we follow it. It is mandatory to follow, and for everything there is some documentation. Remember, we are a large organization. Many people will come and go. So there is an opinion I have worked on, but I have left last year. How will the firm be able to retrieve it in case the client comes back? That's why proper documentation is required. We are also under oversight. The ICI can come and look at our records to see if we are providing professional services or not. Many of us in this call itself, our English is so poor and we don't take it up seriously in spite of being reminded many times. So this is something which is harakiri, it's called. Harakiri means killing oneself with a sword in the stomach. I know this is good for me, but I don't spend any time on that. Even today, we have a chartered accountant also whose English in one introduction, he made 7 mistakes. He's not the only person. So many others have also have done. So you have to improve your communication. For that basis, you have to improve your English. Unfortunately, India has not chosen local languages as national language or Hindi. So it is English only. And also, as far as we as HNA are concerned, we have clients from everywhere, even foreign countries. So English is a base. Without English, without knowing how to communicate, very, very difficult to become successful. Whether you are in HR or you are an article or you are a LLB. Communication very, very important. All of us have to learn, and this cannot be done in the weekend course. It has to be sustained. Maybe if my grammar is weak, I should take 6 months every week 2 hours I should spend. One more very, very important aspect of excellence is don't just do whatever you do. Like you have joined us, you have already joined us. Find out why you joined us, why you should have joined us. Now that you are here, why you should continue to be here. This why is very important. Whatever work you do is good work. Whether it is doing some verification, stock verification, whether it is doing filing, whatever you do here, it is work which is important. Find out why it is, then you will enjoy your work. There's a wonderful video by Simon Sinek. You can watch it. It's a 1 hour video. You can write down that Simon Sinek and Google it. And you will see he's also written a book on start with why. Anything you do, start with why, he says. I have read the book. I have kept it in our offices also. I think it should be there in every office. I just should not have goals which are ordinary. Here today, I didn't get even one very wow goal. Inspiring goal, I didn't get even one from any of you. But have an inspiring goal. How to set inspiring goals? There are, we have a blog. Our HNA website has a blog. In that, empowerment is there. In that, there's an article on how to set goals. Also, many of us are used to habits which are holding us, what I would say, hostage. It's like we have built a jail for ourselves. Having no control on the mobile is one such very big jail. And if you continue it, you'll not be successful as a human being. Forget as a chartered accountant or advocate. Once you do well, the sort of accolades you get, praise you get, self-satisfaction you get, increases your confidence, and this becomes something which is anything is possible. How many of you had a look at yesterday's game? Tennis, Roland Garros. How many of you watched it? If you watched it, just put yes or raise your hand. You can put yes in chat or raise your hand. I don't see many. Okay. There is a world number 2 who was playing yesterday, and he was playing against a youngster. His age is 36 years old. Djokovic is called. And the first game, first set, I was thinking, what has happened to Djokovic? He can't even serve. He couldn't lift his hand, I think, because he's a little old, some problems he has. He was doing very bad service. But what happened after that? First game he lost. Second game also he was going to lose. Somewhere some reserve he pulled up. And he won the second game. After that, that younger person who was far better than him, far stronger than him, didn't have a chance at all. So he lost the game. All the next 2 sets he got. He's an example of excellence. Even though he had some adversity, he was able to take it further. Okay, you can watch the highlights if you are interested in tennis. Otherwise, introspect in all these things. All of us should strive towards excellence. Over to Sudhir.
Thank you, sir, for adding that on the excellence and other things. So we have looked at our purpose, we have looked at our vision. Now looking at what is the mission, that is how we are going to achieve our vision and be meeting the purpose of the organization. So that we would want to do to provide consistent, high quality service which exceeds expectation. So the excellence can be delivered only by an high quality services. So that is always should be beyond the expectation of the client. So that is what something which we want to achieve. And this is not that one assignment you have been given a particular task, maybe your first task. You are very energetic, enthusiastic on the first task. You will go all the way out and you will ensure that you have not missed anything, and that is your top quality. And your reporting partner, client, everybody were super excited that you have actually exceeded our expectation the way you have delivered. I thought I should spend another 10 hours to finalize your work, but the way you have given, I've hardly spent 10 minutes. You get this compliment. So our mission, your mission is not completed there. So this is not to be done in one such assignment. It has to be done in every assignment, every activity which we take. We need to do this high quality services. Some more thing on the consistent and quality, Madhukar sir is going to add after I complete this particular slide. Then to have a practical and problem solving approach. It's one of the things which has been known in the professional community, is that many cases the advisors is not from a problem solving, but it is more of creating interest for oneself. So as I was giving an example, but service with vis-a-vis the business. Typically, we have found few firms who encourage litigation, because once there is a litigation, it is not at the first adjudication stage. It will go to the adjudication, first appeal, second appeal, High Court, Supreme Court. This entire journey is for minimum about 10 to 15 years. So if a litigation has been encouraged, next 10 to 15 years, there is a continuous engagement with this client and associated billing. However, if I'm not encouraging a litigation, I'm giving you a practical way out and solving the problem right away. That's all. There is no 15 years of continuous engagement, no billing may or may not be. But we are working on the later approach, not the former. So our thing we are working on the later is because of our purpose of being service and not being business. So then there is a two option available to the client. We give an option which is beneficial to him, and not that whether it is beneficial to me or not. There was an incident which one of my partner was sharing, Rajesh Maddi from Vijayawada. There was one of the chartered accountant from outside Vijayawada wanted some support for audit at AP location. Department had picked up the case for audit, and they have asked our assistants to get this audit done. And we had quoted for that particular assignment maybe about 1 lakh or so, and that was agreed by the client also. But when we actually went into the details, this particular client had already got a investigation going on. And when we brought this to the notice to the audit party that so and so investigation has already happened, then the audit party volunteered to drop the audit for now till the conclusion of the investigation, because anyway they are taking, we are concluding it. So what happened in this sum and substance? Because we just brought to the notice of the department that investigation is there, audit was dropped, and our billing was we did not want to do. There was no requirement to do a billing at all. So that is the problem solving approach. Even though there is no billing for me, client has got a solution. He need not go to the audit process. Something else will come up. Many other additional costs could have come up, and we did it, although that is not getting us a billing. So that is what we look at achieving it. The other very important thing is to be responsive and to be versatile. What is responsive? Responsive is that we need to be proactive with the client. I have actually promised delivery today, that I'm going to deliver this assignment today, but for some reason I'm not able to do, or even it's on track, I'm going to do. There has to be a communication from us yesterday that, sir, things are on track as promised, I'm going to deliver tomorrow, or things are not on track, I will not be able to deliver. I may be requiring extra time. Hope that's okay with you. And I'm apology for the inconvenience. So that is a professionalism. That is the integrity. That is the responsive, proactive responsiveness which we need to look at. And responsive is also when the client is there, whether I'm available for the client, I'm responding to their queries within the time where they want. Am I delivering the work within the time? So all those things is something which is responsive and versatile. Versatile is that I need to be adaptable to the various things which is happening. I cannot sit in my own corner saying that I am now say 40 plus, and I don't know what this AI bot is all about. That lot of things about artificial intelligence and all is there. Now it is beyond me to learn this new technology and all, then I'm killing my growth. So versatile is that I should be adaptable for various scenario, and we cannot say as a client to a client that this is our boundaries, and we need to be flexible and versatile within our ethical frameworks and whatever which is there. And we should also be prepared for the future. That is to be versatile and responsive. To develop knowledgeable and committed professionals as leader. So this is also a mission which we have taken. When you look at our purpose, we told that it is not only serving the businesses, it is serving the businesses and people. So, so we also take a responsibility that we have a responsibility or a purpose to serve each of one you in this call by making you more professional, by making you more independent, and making you a leader. A leadership at HNA or a leadership within yourself is an option available to you. But our objective or the mission is to make you that knowledgeable and committed professional. So this is what our mission is all about. So I was talking about few things which is relevant. One is being consistent, quality, and the commitment. So Madhukar sir, I would request you to take up this slide and give more insight on this.
So I will take my what I had talked earlier, that we have to serve the client and we have to be excellent in the work. Not only that, once in a way, if I delight the client, it's not enough. Consistently, I should delight the client. Why people come to us in H&A? We have different type of people in different type of places. A person in Indore, or a person in Pune, or a person in Delhi, Gurgaon. He comes to an environment which could be different. But why is the name H&A signifying you will get good quality work? Why did you, when you came here, you said environment is good, I can learn GST, I can become an expert at IDT. All this, where have you got this information from? It is not about only one place, it's about all the places. Consistently, which means every time. That is what helps. Example, we have been writing articles in KSCA. KSCA journal is Karnataka State Chartered Accountant Association journal, which I started writing 25 years back. So many people wrote it with me, and now maybe this year will be my last year. After that, others will continue, but it's continuing even today. 25 years we have done. That's why all the members of that Karnataka State Chartered Accountants Association, they don't see only that somebody is writing an article. They see what type of article it is. We are writing article which is useful for the reader. What he needs to do. He has some problems which we are solving in that article itself. It's not that we are holding it. So that since we are doing it regularly, we are standing out. Dwayne Johnson is an actor. He must be about 45 years old. Even today, he's the hero of many of the movies. Jumanji and that type of things. He has done a lot of things, and he is doing all stunts and all himself. Our updates, if you see HNA updates, they keep coming. Sometimes a bit late here and there, but they keep coming. Online sharing is regular. Saturday, we are having learning for everybody across India, whether it's partners or otherwise. For the seniors, we have insightful discussions on Tuesdays. Insights, what they are supposed to know the law already. So what is the insight you can get? Everybody says this is what is the law. We will say this also can be said to be the law. Many of us also in our office, as Sudhir mentioned, two things are non-negotiable. One is ethics, morality, and second is quality. Quality is non-negotiable because if we come down in quality, our name will get destroyed. Our clients will not be happy with us. We will not be proud of ourselves. Very, very important. And we have set quality by ensuring SOPs are there, reviews are there, peer review is there. That means if I do some work, I give that work to Sudhir. Sudhir has a look at it. He may be my junior also. Junior partner, he will look at it and say, Madhukar sir, I think these are the points you should include. Even today, if I prepare something, I can send it off. But I'll still send it to Sudhir, tell him, have a look, let me know. When Sudhir has to do something, he will send it to me. I'll have a look and then send it back to him. This is called peer review. Other than this, we have mandatory. If I've done an audit, I'll send it to an audit partner. He will have a look and send it back to me. He will give comments. He may be again a junior or a senior, anybody. Somebody else has a look at it. This is called peer review. Before you dispatch the work to the client, we keep a quality. We also have appointed, we also have a very open knowledge share. Say if you have a point and you are not able to resolve it in your location, then you can check with the people who are experts in this in our organization. There are experts depending on the industry. There are experts depending on the work. And there is nothing like you cannot call up. Of course, if you're an article, you have to go to your partner and say this. I want to discuss this. I think, shall we discuss this with Vikram at Chennai, who has done a lot of insurance work since this is an insurance issue? Then he will discuss in front of you or with you, and then he will go ahead. Other than this, we have a third party review. That means somebody else looks at it outside. After your billing is over, we see how much documentation you have followed internally. That is, I think, Akshay is one of the persons who is on our call today. He monitors all this, whether the quality reviewer doing something properly, peer reviewer is doing properly, even the outside reviewer, what is it he's doing, how many have gone to him. All these only results in quality. It is not just I am doing good quality work, because when you do some work from our office, it will be better than the others, 90% of the others. But we want to be sure we are better than 98 or 99% of the others. That is where the quality comes. Quality doesn't come in doing 90% good work. Doesn't. One very important aspect in this is never oversell yourself to the client. Oh, I will take care of it. Don't worry. After that, you're not able to take care of what you do. You stop talking to the client. That is not possible, permissible. Under promise, over deliver, keep the client in the loop. Sudhir also mentioned this. If I'm not able to do a work, call the client, send him a mail saying that I've got into a problem. Can you give me a couple of days extra to complete your work? Also, in our mission, when I started this organization in the way it is today, in 2002, we looked at creating 50 committed, ethical, committed professional leaders. That was my goal. My goal was not to earn more money, have a lot of branches. None of them were there in my head. But then the leaders at Bangalore, people in Bangalore became leaders. Then how do I continue? Then we started branches. So Sudhir went to Hyderabad. He was fresh. Almost you can say we pushed him into the swimming pool and said, okay, we are there for you. That's all. Like parents, no. When you are trying to walk, what they do? They hold you, is it? They will not hold you. They'll let you fall, get up, try. But they are there always to protect you. That's the way we did. Now Sudhir has become a prolific leader. He has created so many leaders in Hyderabad. He has lent leaders for Pune. Pune, Ravi was with Sudhir. Madhi was with Pune, Sudhir. Anil was with Sudhir. So he has created leaders. Some of them may be doing better than Sudhir in many areas. So it's a proud privilege for him that he has created leaders. But it requires committed leaders, not just wishing, I want to do this. No, Sudhir will give, you'll ask why you didn't do. Tell me. He will hold them accountable. That's how he created the commitment. Not only wishing to do, doing it. And this is not only to reach the firm's goals, it's to reach your personal goals. Remember, in this organization, we are very proud to say we have created more than 400 professional leaders. Not only in the organization, many of them have gone outside. When we go somewhere for some CFO meet or we go to some CII meet, any meet we go, chartered accountant meets, so everybody will come and say what a organization you people have built, how good your people are. I have seen this person 2 years back and he has improved beyond even what I am. Though I am a chartered accountant, he's just an article. He's better than me, Madhukar. What are you doing? What magic you are doing? We are doing no magic. We are providing the platform. What one of you also said, good platform, after which everything is left to you, up to you to pick up and do well. Sudhir?
Thank you, sir. So that's an insight of our vision, and purpose statement. Now let's look at what are the values. Before getting into the values, I would like to pause a bit here and uh, each. Does anybody here have any value set for yourself? Anyone? If yes, raise the hand. Great. Good, Bharat. Shivani. The Bharat, right? Okay. So you have logged in from Shivani's thing. Okay. So Bharat, can you just give me what's your values for your own self?
So, sir, as I represent from the HR department, and I was trained and I was into the HR department. The values which I follow personally and professionally are to develop the leadership skills, to be like the leadership skills which we follow. So, and the other value is we'll be having that integrity, and integrity ourselves and the knowledge which we have to develop in every stage, in every day or every week, every month. There'll be something which we'll be learning out of the situations which we handle in the professional environment or the personal environment. So I think knowledge, leadership qualities, and integrity are my values which I focus on a lot.
Right.
Yes.
No, that's good. I'm fully okay with your knowledge and value. Leadership may be something you need to tweak. That's a skill set, not a not a value, right?
Okay,
So
sir.
what
Yes.
is value? Value is something which you will not break come what may. Even in the worst scenarios also. Say Bharat has a value system of integrity. Bharat has a value system of getting himself updated, knowledge, acquiring the knowledge, right? So come what may, whatever the worst scenario which is there in his life, he will not give up integrity.
Yes, sir. Got it.
Even if the busiest day, there was 8 hours working, but you have been dumped 16 hours of work which is required to be delivered in this 8 hours day. How busy it will be. Even that day, I am committed to read something. It could be, it not be a lengthy article. It could be one WhatsApp post. It will take 30 seconds for me to read, but I am going to read. This is what my value system is. If I am committed to read every day, if I am committed to read every week, it is that week, right? So what is the difference between a person having a value system and not having a value system? Every successful person, you read the biographies, you look at their videos, you look at their one-on-one interviews which have been given. Every successful person, either in India or abroad, has a value system. Value system need not be 4, 5, 6. Value system can be 1 or 2. And that value system is your decision maker. I have a value system of being ethical. When I found this firm being ethical, that was my decision making. That there is a match in the value system. And once we are connected with the value system, our connection will be for last. Nonce, the putting a value for your own self makes you to better understand yourself. What is that you want to be in life? What is the purpose of your life? What people should talk about you? Right? The people should tell that, boss, come what may, whatever it is, Bharat is a man of integrity, man. Right? That is a value system. Right? And that is what will aim you to grow large, associate, collaborate with lot of people, and have a meaning for every day in your life. That there is something which you are doing it. So I highly recommend each one of you to make a small activity of getting a value for your own self, your self value. There are a lot of videos around this. A lot of websites gives you a tool as to how to identify value. First of all, understand what are values and what are non-values. Why values, like Madhukar sir was telling in case of that Simak writer. So he talks about why a value system should be there. First, understand that. Then have your value system in place. So that is something each one of us have to be looking at. This is first fundamental, then comes your goals. Right? Have a goal in life. Otherwise, there will be no meaning for you to have a goal. And goal need not be a financial goal, like Madhukar sir told. His goal was to do 50 committed professionals, to develop a 50 committed professionals who are going to serve the businesses, who are going to take our purpose on a large scale. Are these 50 committed professionals not doing money? They may be doing money also. That is secondary. So have that proper goals and value system is something which each one of you could look at. Now, having told that, we'll come back to what is our core values as an HNA is concerned, right? So whose core value is this? Whose core value it will be? It is each one of us this calls core value. What is HNA? HNA is not a different animal or a different creature by itself. HNA is a consolidation of all 400 of us put together as an HNA. It is not partners who are HNA. It is not the founder partner who's an HNA. It is each one of us coming together is this group which is called as an HNA. So our core values, it's a group value. One is your individual value. Second comes is your group committed values. So we look at having a value system of integrity. Similar to what has been matching with Bharat, doing the right things in a fair and ethical manner. What could be these things? These things is not giving a fake promises to the client. Client comes with a very weak case. A Supreme Court decision is straight against him. Don't give him an assurance saying that no, sir, don't worry, let's fight. We have a case, only that I make a fees out of it. Or for whatever reason, maybe it was your own advice previously given that don't pay the tax. That was an error, professional error done by you. But now he has come with a notice. Time to show your integrity, sir. Yes, I made mistake. Admit it. And this is a wrong which has happened. This needs to be paid. Let's see what is to how to minimize the damage. Don't increase the damage. You are having a commitment to the firm of only 6 months. Be open and clear. Sir, I am available only for 6 months. I'm available for only 1 year. Don't make fake promises coming here. Sir, I am there here for 5 years. Although you have all the plans for next year being done. We don't have a team to support. We are falling short of people. Don't pick up the work. Picking up the work, you're giving an integrity. It is you're giving a promise that I'm going to deliver and you don't have a team to deliver. You're failing on your integrity. You are promising, keep your promise. Delivering on time. Joining meetings on time. All those things are very, very important. And let me tell you, over a period, lot of people, everybody are here. I look at you guys are all youngsters, right? I have passed through the age which you guys have passed through. Madhukar sir has passed through the age. At this age, when we are youngsters, for us, we think we get that respect, we get that credit when we have money, right? But over a period, you realize that the entire environment and people around you will respect you for what person you are. What is the value system you have? What is that you stand for? And not what you are having as a money. That is very, very important for us to look at. So we are having a non-compromise as per the ethical policies concern. A small incident which I wanted to share with you. I was new to the practice, like Madhukar sir was telling that I was just pushed to the pool. I just completed my articles, gave my final exam, and there was this GMCS course. After the result came, 5 o'clock validity of GMCS. I took the certificate. 7:30 I boarded bus to Hyderabad. That was my journey. How I started. So that means I did not have any post qualification experience, not even a single day. Right? Because GMCS is one of the things for me to get my CA number. Unless until I have done. I started the practice just before that itself. I was being given, this happened in 2007, struggling during the initial years. 2000, late 2007 or early 2008, I get a call from the uh, indirect tax head of Hyundai Motors Corporation, Mr. C.K. Datta, his name was. That he is in Hyderabad, and he would want to meet me in their office at Hyderabad, which is having another subsidiary of them, Hyundai Engineering, which does the designing for them. But the main Hyundai company guy, who's the decision maker for any indirect tax, wanted to meet. So I had a meeting with him. He had a refund which was got stuck. He wanted to understand whether the refund is possible. I explained him that yes, refund is possible, and refund was in terms of that was a initial capex expenditure. A lot of expenditure was there, and I think if I'm not wrong, roughly the refund was estimated to about 3 crores was a refund which was eligible for going. So he asked us what is the fees which we work on. I vaguely remember maybe I gave a quote about 10 or 15 lakhs. Then he asked about the timelines. Then I told I don't promise any timelines because it's a matter of integrity for me, right? If I say that I'm going to get you in 90 days, I have to get you. But I'm not in a position because it's nothing with me, it's with the department. He smiled at me. He told, you have just started your practice. You are not even completed an year of your being a chartered accountant. You don't know what you are speaking. So what I am going to offer you is that I am going to offer you 10% of 3 crores. How much is 30 lakhs? Right? I had quoted not more than 10 or 15. I think it was much more before. It was like at least 4 times of the fees which I had quoted. I think we had quoted only 5 lakhs. It was at least a 4 times the fees which we quoted. But I want this refund in 2 months. I have an offer from Delhi, but you are a local person here. Our people have approached you first. So I want to speak to you first. The Delhi people are ready to do it at 12%. My budget is 10%. I am going to give you a 10%. Then I told, I'm sorry, sir. We don't work on success. We don't do this, and I can't promise. Are you trying to say that you don't want to take a work from Hyundai? Is that what you are saying? I told, yes, that is what I'm indicating. Then he told, to bacha hai. You don't even know what you are speaking. You don't have senses. Let me speak to your partner. Check if he can speak to me over a call now. Then I called up Madhukar sir, and he told so and so Mr. Datta wants to speak to you, and I'm with so and so, and this is the background. Are you free to speak now? And luckily he was also available around and not in a client meeting. He told, yes, I can have a word with him. So the conversation started, and I think about not more than a minute and a half, Madhukar sir told Mr. Datta, I don't think so. We should continue our conversation anymore further. So that guy was shocked. What are these guys into? Right? They want to work only for 5 lakhs. I'm offering 30 lakhs. And they don't want to take up the work. And that too, a Hyundai, large company. Who doesn't want a clientele like Hyundai? And finally, the call concluded. That guy on that day, from his cabin, the meeting room, he walked up to the lift. He gave me a CF of the lift entrance. That is the respect I gained for not taking the work. Maybe I would have taken the work, he would have not stood up from his seat also. Thank you, please ensure the work is done early and we get your check. He would have told, and maybe he would have asked me to leave the room. That is what it makes in terms of having the value system and the integrity being there as one of those value systems. Our second value system is knowledge. We have been projected, we have been focused as a knowledge-based firm. We would want to acquire the best knowledge and disseminate the best knowledge which we have been acquired. The number of books which we have written, the number of publications which goes out of our office, the number of updates or the LinkedIn post or a discussion forum queries which happens, I think we may be maximum in all India. We have not actually worked on a stat on that, but I'm sure there is no any single firm who has contributed the number of publications and the literature which we have looked at. So that's been our core focus of being having that knowledge edge. Third is the independence. We have been always independent and being unbiased. We don't go by any scenario. Any client which has been there, they want an opinion in a certain way. We are very independent. We don't give an opinion how a client wants. We give an opinion how as what we think how it should be. Come what may, whatever it is. We do not want to give a fake promises, right? And being independent and unbiased. We have been always looked at either it is our vendors, it is our team, it is our client. We have taken all the decision being unbiased, not looking at how it is going to affect me and how it should be there in an unbiased approach. That's what we look at when we look at independence. Next is innovation. I think in future, technology and innovation is the future. If you are not able to come up with those thought process, which is not a traditional, which is something out of the box, which is a disruptive thinking, which will destroy a lot of things based on how you are thinking. If you are not that particular firm, if you are not that particular person, I believe personally that we as of that firm or a person doesn't have a bright future at all. Impossible. You have to be ahead of the technology. Innovation is not only the technology innovation. Innovation could be anything which you do in the firm. It could be, I think it was 3 innovations which could work. One is your product innovation. How can you innovate and give a product or an offering to a client? How can you innovate and be relevant for them? It could be your process innovation. I'm doing a certain work in a certain way. I'm doing audits for about a year now. And I'm doing an audit in a way which I was taught to do. But can I look at innovating something where my time is going to come down? Or my efficiency is going to increase within the time which has been given? My quality is going to increase. Is there any process which I can innovate? It need not be technology always. So innovation is always looking at thinking a larger avenues. That gives you a lot more learning. A small example of mine, I don't call that as an innovation, but that is a step towards looking at an innovation. When I came to Hyderabad in 2007, I used to drive a bike. No GPay, no Google, what you call maps, nothing then, which was being there. So I had a thought process then that I will not take the same route what I took today to reach from my office to hostel and hostel back to office. Come what may, it may be a longer route, lesser route, whatever it is. I'll not go in the same route what I've gone yesterday. So that made me understand the city better. That made me understood me to look at what all things are there in this particular city. Maybe I spent more time. I had a luxury of doing it then because I was a starting of my practice. But that gave me an insight. So it's something which you always look at thinking beyond your routine way you are looking at and challenge yourself. Can I do it in a different way and arrive at a better result or a same result? So that is what an innovation thinking has been there. Of late, innovation is only been married to technology. Any startups, anywhere you go look at, everything is based on technology, technology, technology. I don't say that we should not be looking at technology. Without any doubt, technology, without technology, we can't survive. At the same time, don't stop your innovation looking at only with technology. There are a lot of things you could do beyond the technology also. Next is a passion. How much ever money you are earning, if you have lost a passion, you stop performing it. If you have passion for money, you are earning more money, then still it is a passion, you work for it. If you have passion for knowledge, you are acquiring more knowledge, then you do it. The passion is something which you do. You inspire people. You will do whatever it requires. Taking an extra efforts, you want to do something, you will still do. That's your passion. So we don't want to do things at HNA routinely, monotonously. We want each one of us take up the work which we have taken with that passion and deliver it with that passion. Inspire the people to make the difference. That's our core value. Social responsibility. It is not me alone in this world. It is always we. In we, it is not only our office, it is our entire society. And we would focus on education, training the community and employability. So we have committed 2% of our billing, top line, no mandate, nothing. That is the amount which we have committed for our social responsibility. So each one of you, when you have delivered a work, when you have generated a work, the 2% of your efforts is being spent to a person's education who is not able to afford. So that is our important last core value, but not the least. So that's on the core values, and I would ask Madhukar sir to enhance more on these couple of core values. Madhukar sir?
Yeah. In the starting, when Sudhir started the session, he shared with you what is the difference between business and profession. And if you want to call yourself a professional, whether you want to call yourself a HR professional or a law professional or a CMA professional, and of course in our office, if you want to call yourself a chartered accountant, you have to have these two qualities: integrity and independence. Now, integrity is a very big word. There are several articles in our Empower section on integrity in many ways. You know, how lying is not good, how to tell the truth. Truth itself, do you know what truth is? Empathy while keeping independence. I am going to be empathetic with my client. That means I will sit in his shoes, imagine his pain, work towards alleviating or removing his pain, removing his problem, solving his problem, adding value to him. While doing all this, I'm still independent. He may say, tomorrow my daughter's birthday is there, sir, please come. I'll tell him, sorry, sir, I don't go for any birthdays. That's it. I don't go for any client's birthdays. I will not come for any client factory expansion, marriage of daughter, all this I'm not. Otherwise, where will I get time to give you professional service? I have to read every day. I have to improve my skill every day to be able to serve you well. So yes, I am totally independent. And I think you got that example about that opinion also from Sudhir, where the client was willing to give more fees, but we will not give an opinion which he wants us to give. which is his opinion. He has come to us, we are professionals, we'll give our opinion. Why is coming to us? Because that name will have a difference. He'll take that officer will be asking for 10 lakhs bribe. He will take an opinion from Sudhir. He will give it to the officer. Officer, when he sees the name HNA itself, half gone. Then he will say Sudhir. Then he will say, oh, Sudhir. Commissioner itself consults him. Then he will, instead of taking 10 lakhs, he will say, we'll see what we can do about this. I'll see what I can do to help you. So that is the way it will go. So if you want to know more, many of you are studying it in every course, it's there. Go through the code of ethics in CA. Look at how you can avoid compromising your independence. In the future, in the past, there was a different type of environment before last 10 years. I would say in India, there has been a change. The world, of course, has moved tremendously towards having integrity. Now you may say that countries itself are not having integrity. It is true. And that is why you will find a tea seller is commanding the world. Biden cannot even stand next to Modi. He is one cockroach as compared to this elephant who is standing next to him. Why? Because these fellows have not practiced integrity. They are selling the world. India is a developing country. We have the largest number of poor people in the world. Even then, when pandemic came, how many countries India sent, drugs to? While USA and the others were plundering the world. Pfizer, which was a company which had some $2 billion of loss. In 1 year, they made $7 billion. That company. So what did India do? We might have given $7 billion worth of drugs, which we produced at 0.5 billion rupees and gave it to the world. Because of that, Modi became the hero of the world. Integrity and independence. Remember, very, very important for us. Can I, if I speak to Shweta and I'm getting some work done by her, she says something. I cannot do this, sir. If she says, now I am an older fellow, 60 plus, what I will say, how can you not do it? I'll shout at her, this, that. Is it of any use? Shweta will say, this Madhukar sir doesn't understand. I have been working so faithfully. Now I am going through a difficult time. 1 1/4 is there in me, not only one. So she will think all these things. So when she says no, if I tell her at the same time, I can respond differently. I will tell Shweta, I understand you're having so many problems, especially now. Husband is there, office work is there. I understand all these are your difficulties. When do you think you can do it? She'll say, sir, tomorrow morning I'll give it to you. What has happened in this particular interaction? I am not in control of, she has responded, no, I cannot do it because she is feeling stressed. What did I do by, understanding her? And my answer to her was encouraging and I gave her the option. What did she do? She would have given the option that I will do it tomorrow itself. Otherwise, this would have been a rough. Okay, don't do it. I'll give it to somebody else. That type. Nobody's happy. I am not happy. My BP has gone up. She is not happy. Madhukar sir not happy with me. Doesn't understand. And then the third person who's going to do it, that person will come and ask Shweta itself. So look at it. Look at ICI. What are the influences? You have heard influences of money, threat. These are the conflicts which you have seen examples given by Sudhir. In fact, I will tell you one day, I went to, I used to go to Hyderabad once in a way. I think after 2 years or so, I went to the biggest client. I don't know the client's name, but that person was Ram Reddy. We have been doing work for him for, I think, more than 10 years. We're still doing it. But when I went there, you know what? His accountant introduced us as. We went and met Ram Reddy. We had met him earlier. His accountant, Venkat or something, Venkatram. He came and said, "Sir, you don't know what they've done. They've done a miracle." And Sudhir had not even told me about this. Or he might have told, I might have forgotten. Venkatram said, "Sir, they have got refund for us at Commissioner Appeals of more than 1 crore. I don't know the amount. Sudhir can tell us the exact amount. And we who know, we don't pay bribe. From whom? Commissioner Appeals. We didn't go to tribunal. We didn't go to High Court. And that time Sudhir must have been what? Maybe not even 30. I don't know how much he was, 29 maybe. That accountant was shocked that Sudhir could get this. Then that Ram Reddy, who is a business, business savvy fellow, he said, how much did you pay Commissioner Appeals? He said nothing. No, you should go and pay him. Sir, Sudhir sir has said not to pay. This is the type of astonishment you will get if you have integrity and independence. You want to go to the next one, Sudhir? So innovation, I think this also Sudhir talked about that, taking his bike in different roads and all that. Basically, you look at what is happening, travel the world, see what's happening. Easy to don't copy the bad things, copy the good things. The West has lots and lots of good things for us. What we are doing is we are copying them in not the best things. Having passion doesn't mean that only the partner should have passion. The manager should have passion. You, whatever you are doing, whether you're an HR, you are an article, you are a paid assistant, even if you are not competent, your English is not good, you have not learned the skills, you have not completely read the book on audit. When you go for audit, put your heart into it. And that is what will bring perfection to your work. I am not a very bright fellow. I was never a bright fellow. In my 9th standard, I failed. In CA, I failed 4 times. But however, I created such a large organization because I am passionate. Tomorrow, if Tarang or Prem comes and plays with me some game, you will find I will have more passion than you. You may be 20 years old, 22 years old. 63, my passion will be more than yours. I will try to beat you, whatever it is. You may still win because you are younger, faster, you know the game, but I will try and beat you. That is what passion is about. One of the great learning I got when when the transformation took place after 40 for me was that you can get everything you want by giving. There is where that point of service came, right? Serve everybody. In the institute, the indirect tax committee for 1 decade, they were trying to get service tax audit, central excise audit. They were trying to get by contacting ministers, contacting bureaucrats and all that. When I was told this by one past president called Manoran, I said the only way we can do this is through service, sir. We should serve the department. And he said what we should do. So we took up training of departmental officers. They were so impressed. They took up training of the commissioners in India. Across India in 2014 or 15, we took a training for everybody in Calcutta, Hyderabad, Baroda, Bangalore, Chennai, and many other places. Wherever there was a nation, we took the training. And what happened? We got GST audit. Finally, we lost GST audit also because we started doing work based on fees. I'll give you 500 rupees. 500 rupees they were doing audit. What can you do? This is obviously the results is very good, very bad because people said your people are not giving value. The department said there's no value in getting audit done by chartered accountants, so they removed it. One of the points which is very important, no, what all where all you will grow. Many of you already know where you will grow. You all said you want to come to get knowledge, you will get it here. Many of you said we want a good environment, we want skills for developing ourselves, you will get it. Bonus is you will get right attitude. This office politics and all we frown on. We don't have, there's no partner politics. I don't call Sudhir separately. If there is any issue with any partner, we call that partner first and then we may have a talk, then we call him also. Attitude is very important because that is going to be the differentiator for you. Everybody can learn. Knowledge can be given by anybody, skill can be given by anybody, but attitudinal training doesn't happen. In our office, we have continued attitudinal training. We pay for it. You're going to see some more of it. You are luckier because as time goes, we are fine tuning how to build attitude. Deliver value, not just like that 3%, 10%, in a professional manner. This wonderful culture we have is the differentiator. Why you all also joined us is because of our culture and values. Imbibe them. Then people will also look up to you to do that. We don't want a regional player. We don't want a, Haryana citizen. We don't want a Karnataka citizen. We want global citizens. Think from global perspective. Be the pride. Wherever you go, you should be the pride of India. If you go outside, if you are in India, you should be proud professional. This is what I think you can get. And if you get all this, you're equal to anybody. There's nobody on this earth, if you have all these, there's nobody on earth who can beat you. Nobody on earth. You will get all the name, fame, money, everything you will get. Love, affection. Till I was 40, I used to, if somebody showed any affection, I said, be professional. I was quite stupid those days. But I took a lot of time to learn and learned many things very late. Sometimes I have a regret that I should have learned all these things, which now I'm teaching you. I should have learned at the age of 25. But I learned it at the age of 40 plus. So I lost some part of my energetic life. Next, please.
Yeah, I will add few things on this, sir, before we go to the next
please,
slide.
Please.
As Madhukar sir has told, these are all the 6 things you are going to get here in part of it. But it is also something which you will get when you focus on it and you think that I want it. Then you get, right? Say, for example, we have a couple of people from the HR team here, Sweta, Bharat. So for some reason, they decide not to pay the salary. You will wait for 6th. Salary has not come. You will wait for 7th. Salary has not come. You will also wait for 8th. Then what is that you are going to do? What you are going to do? Nothing, huh? You'll be silent like this, huh? Even on 8th, if salary is not paid, what you are going to do?
Raise a complaint, sir. Put a mail or raise a complaint.
Before raising a complaint, first you will check, sir, what is happening. You will check with HR, right? Say, every time we used to get by 5th, it's been 8th now. I also gave you a benefit of doubt for 2 days, but it has not happened. You will just check first, right? Then you will ask for it. अरे मेरे को salary दो. Right? So as Madhukar sir told, all these things you are going to get here. If you are not getting here, if you are not getting this from the firm, it is your responsibility to ask. Sir, I am not getting a knowledge. I am not able to get that upskilling. It is your responsibility. It is your lookout to ask for it, and you will get it. right? And many of the cases you are getting, but you are not appreciating it. The huge knowledge is available in the office. How many of you were able to go through the website of ours, HNA website? Anybody is all? You can raise your hands. I can see all most of you. Yeah, everybody. Two people have gone through. Lokesh Sagar has gone through. Dimple has gone through. Jagdish has gone through. Shweta, Ratan. So most of you have gone through our website. Have you seen there is one professional value pack? There's seen some block columns where a lot of wealth of information which has been there. If you actually look at our website as an answer for 80% of the business question, any practitioner or anybody wants to give a solution for a question of our client, our website gives 80% of it. We have articles on all the topics which has been written. And that article is not a namesake article, not an extract of the provision and just putting it in the article and saying that I've written an article. It is an analysis. It is a practical questions being addressed. So that is the knowledge which we are having. But we may not be knowing that we can acquire that from there. Or I'm barely acquiring it. In each one of you, you have to look at learning. Like till the last breath of our life, there will be a learning. There is no age for learning. Madhukar sir cannot say that I have already 62, I need not learn. In fact, the irony is he is the highest person who is learning among many of the people, many of the partner is the highest person who is enrolling for a course, enrolling for some videos, looking at some reads. He is the highest person who is spending time to learn at this age. So learning doesn't have an age. Where is that knowledge is going to come? The knowledge is going to come from your education, no doubt about it. Don't think I have completed my BBA, I have completed my CA, I have completed my BCom. What else is not? I have a knowledge. But sorry, you know there is something, but you have not excelled it. So the learning has to be there every day. The learning need not be learning by reading the books. Learning could be with the peers. A lot of learnings which is coming in this particular call. Capture it. Commit yourself to deliver it. That is getting your knowledge, your skilling. Right? There are n number of skill sets which is required for a particular person. And let me tell you, there cannot be a person who is having all the skills. And every skill can be learned. First, identify what is required for you. Then look at increasing your skilling for your passion, your growth, your satisfaction. Those are the things which is there. We expect you that you should come with the right attitude. The right attitude in terms of our value, vision. Look at service, look at professionalism, look at excellence, look at quality, look at upskilling yourself, look at knowledging yourself. These are the things which you should be asking, you should be debating. Right? What is actually required for you? This is more than required. If you are getting these things sufficient, it is your 10x of your salary, 20x of your salary. I can proudly tell this is a platform which is very flexible when you want to upskill, you want to do a knowledge. You may be feeling that there is some lower of your salary, you may be worth better than your salary. But if you actually look at our platform, what we are giving is 10x your salary. There is a value which is available. You have to look at in this treasure how much I can take home. HNA expectation, work as per the code of conduct. Code of conduct is mandatory. I'm sure by now everybody have signed off your code of conduct as a part of an induction. And I'm also assuming that you have not signed off keeping your eyes closed. One day somebody from HR came and they told as a part of induction, you have to sign this NDA, you have to sign this COC, and you just signed it within 10 seconds and hand it over. By chance, this is what you have done. Better go back, take the document and read it. Each one of you have a copy of the code of conduct with you? Everybody are having? Right? Yes. So go back, read, understand the code of conduct. There may be few things which you don't understand. You are not clear about it. Get back to the HR, get back to your reporting manager, get back to your reporting partner, get back to Madhukar sir on me. We are always available to help you. But don't tell that I did not understand, thereby I did not do this. We expect that it is your responsibility to understand and work as per the code of conduct. Move from entitled to a service. Look at whether you can be a net giver. We have looked at few team members of ours being telling how much more I can do for the salary you pay to me. You always look at what you can give more to the firm. The moment you are under a thought process or an attitude of giving more than what you are getting, and I am also sitting in the thought process of giving more than what I am getting, imagine how things are going to get. I'm keep on giving a giver, keep on benefiting, because the more I give, more I get. More I give, more I get. Think about it. It's going to be phenomenal. Stay knowledge hungry. The moment I say I know GST, the moment you make this word, that's the end of your career. I know GST, or there is a lot of scope for me to know more about GST. Then that is something which is an high career path for you. Another thing which we expect is have an open communication. Anything can be resolved. Anything can be resolved. There is a solution for everything. We always see that people, I have a lot of experience. People have made their mind to leave the firm. They have gone elsewhere. Then they come and express. Then we will try and understand what was the problem. For every problem, there was a solution which they also agreed and convinced that that could have worked. But it's too late. Right? Neither they are happy there also. So might as well come, we have an open communication. I'm not talking this all only from your resignation or whatever it is I'm talking about. Wherever you are unhappy, whatever it is there, have an open communication. You don't write the culture. You want to be a whistleblower, something is going wrong. For everything, have an open communication. We are open. Create a positive environment at the workplace. How many times I complain about my workplace vis-a-vis the time I appreciate about my workplace? If you start looking negative, you will only get negative. If you start looking positive, you always get positive. It is very scientific. How many people are you of you are having a bike here? Bike? 3-4 people? 3-4-5 people? Okay, good. Not many people are having bike. Think about this. When you decided to buy a bike, whatever X brand you wanted to decide and a color you want to decide, and you were supposed to book it in a day or two or in a process, that, yeah, I think I've zeroed upon this out of various things. Let me go and order today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow. Immediately when you're going on a road, you start looking at these bikes more. Has it happened to you? Yeah, that bike was not visible to you earlier so often, last week. But when you thought about this is the bike I want, all of a sudden on that particular road, you see it 4 times, 5 times. Right? Has happened, right? I can see a lot of faces which says yes, affirm. You know what? This is what it is. You think about positive, you'll get positive. You think about negative, you get negative. You keep on complaining about environment. You keep on complaining about client. Sir, this client ना सारा डेटा ही नहीं देता. ये कोऑपरेट ही नहीं करता ऑडिट के लिए. ये क्लाइंट ऐसा ही है, क्लाइंट ऐसा ही है बोलो. वैसा नहीं है तो वैसा हो जाता क्लाइंट. You talk, no sir, I think I should better communicate with him. This client doesn't know English. That's the reason he's not giving data. I'll go and speak to him in mother tongue. Think about it. Why he can't give you data? Maybe the way you are approaching is all 1 or 2 instances where you have pinpointed and told him on his friend that you have done an error. Maybe something that is what I have to change. Arey sir, galti ho jata, don't worry. We can fix it like this. We will not make this as a big issue. Don't worry. Give that confidence. Data apne aap aata. Because he knows, these people are coming with a solution. They have only found out 1 error. I have done another 3 which they have not found out yet. Let me disclose that 3 also and take the solution. Because he also know 1 or the other day this is going to come up and my boss is going to fire me for this. Let me use them. Am I that confidence guy, or he is thinking a threaten that I am going to get him fired? It's all up to you. You look at positive results will come. You think a negative results will come. It could be your workplace, it will be your client place, everywhere that is what is going to be there. Career at HNA brand. So we request you to be very, very responsible. As I told, the brand HNA is not of Madhukar Iragenge or Sudhir or any of the partner. Each one of you are a brand HNA. And each one of you are responsible for preserving the brand and enhancing the brand. What you talk to the client, what you talk to your friends who are a fellow professional, every time what you act, that will add to my client brand or decrease my brand or maintain my brand. Be clear about that. So thank you all for generous support and being here, and thank you for joining us. Let's all grow to our potential and serve the country, profession, firm, and ourselves. So I think I have slightly overshooted my time. Madhukar sir, you want to give some closing thoughts, and then we'll.
No, I think we will get their thoughts. That's very important. Each of you would like to mention what is that one aspect, that is what is that one characteristic, what is that one type of being which you learned today, which you are going to implement in your life. So please put it in the chat. We'll read some of them. Tarangnath says, Tarang Lath was one of our good clients who taught me a lot of things. Providing the right service is more important than getting more money. Wonderful. Maladi says having values is important. Not important. It is, you cannot grow without values. Simple. Don't give promises to clients which you cannot keep. Correct. Ratan says, I will give my commitment to improve my communication and knowledge. Again, very big. Very big. This is whatever you have said. I have got to know the values of the firm is committed over the decades. I will stand for it. Okay. Too many. One of them. Ratan, take only the first one. Improve your communication. That itself is going to take you 2 years, 4 hours every week. That means 4 into 52 every week. that many hours, 200 hours it will take you. It is essential. Again, Akshay Kumar is giving us advice. It is essential to have disciplined value with zeal to grow professionally. He's telling us venturing out of the box will always give confidence to grow. I will follow the values to develop my skill and overall career personally and professionally. Again, very broad. Tell one item which you are going to do. One item. Maladi, only one item. Dimple says, while providing service to client, I will do my best. Tarang Lat says the right thing. I have to develop a habit to read to stay updated. I'll follow the integrity and passion as my core values. I will read every day for an hour to stay updated. Tarang, perfect. Prem says, I will be passionate in every work which is being allotted to me. Very good. Akshay Kumar says, I learned that I need to work on proper communication to be clearly understood. Very good, Akshay Kumar. And that's very important in our HR. Malladhi says, I'll be honest and have strong principles as my integrity. Again, you have not understood what it is, but you can say, I will be honest with everybody in my life. That's a very, very strong statement that I is the biggest. Then don't tell too many things. Tell some short things, small things. I will read 1 hour every day. I will be honest with everybody I deal with. Enough.